CDL Practice Test, Illinois. Combination Vehicles. Part 3. Question number 25. What is a tractor jackknife? A. When you lock up the drive tires on the trailer and the trailer spins out sideways as the tractor continues to push behind. B. When you lock up the drive tires on the tractor and the tractor spins out sideways as the trailer continues to push forward. C. Neither of the above. The correct answer is here, B. When you lock up the drive tires on the tractor and the tractor spins out sideways as the trailer continues to push forward. Explanation. A jackknife is usually the result of a drive wheel skid. The tractor's rear drive wheels lock, and the trailer starts to push the tractor sideways. Question number 26. Which part of the kingpin should the locking jaws close around? A. The base. B. The head. C. The shank. The correct answer is here, C. The shank. Explanation. Don't drive the vehicle until you're sure that the coupling is correct. Check to make sure of the following. There is no space between the upper and lower fifth wheel. The fifth wheel jaws have closed around the shank of the kingpin. The locking lever is in the lock position, and the safety latch is in position over the locking lever. If anything isn't right, don't drive the vehicle until you've found and corrected the problem. If you drive it anyway, your trailer could come loose while you're driving. Question number 27. After you lock the kingpin into the fifth wheel, you should check the connection by pulling A. the tractor ahead sharply to release the trailer brakes. B. forward 50 feet, then turning right, and then left. C. the tractor ahead gently with the trailer brakes locked. The correct answer is here, C. the tractor ahead gently with the trailer brakes locked. Explanation. After you've backed under the trailer and locked the kingpin into the fifth wheel, raise the landing gear slightly, then with the trailer brakes still locked, gently pull the tractor forward to check that the trailer is locked onto the tractor. Question number 28. There are two things that a driver can do to prevent a rollover. They are go slow around corners and A. make sure that the brakes are properly balanced. B. use the trailer hand valve before the brake pedal. C. keep both hands firmly on the steering wheel. D. keep the weight of your cargo as close to the ground as possible. The correct answer is here, D. keep the weight of your cargo as close to the ground as possible. Explanation. The following two things will help you prevent rollover. 1. Keep the cargo as close to the ground as possible, and 2. Drive slowly around turns. Keeping cargo low is even more important in combination vehicles than in straight trucks. Question number 29. While you check if the rear trailer is securely coupled to the front trailer, the landing gear should be A. slightly raised. B. fully raised. C. fully lowered. The correct answer is here, A. slightly raised. Explanation. After you've backed under the trailer and locked the kingpin into the fifth wheel, raise the landing gear slightly, then with the trailer brakes still locked, gently pull the tractor forward to check that the trailer is locked onto the tractor. Question number 30. What are the other names for the service airline? A. curved line and signal line. B. straight line and control line. C. Control line and signal line. The correct answers here. C. Control line and signal line. Explanation. The service airline is also known as the control line or signal line. Question number 31. What is the item most commonly overlooked during a pre-trip inspection? A. Tire condition. B. Landing gear crank loose, not stored on hook. C. Trailer doors locked sealed. D. Trailer permits registrations. The correct answers here. D. Trailer permits registrations. Explanation. Paperwork is the most commonly overlooked item on the pre-trip inspection. Be certain that you have current valid permits and registrations for both tractor and trailer. Open bracket. Also check for fuel permits, insurance card, state tax certificate, liquor transport licenses, etc. Paperwork for the tractor is usually found in a binder, which is kept inside the tractor. Paperwork for the trailer is typically found in a watertight container on the nose of the trailer. Question number 32. Even before anti-lock braking systems, ABS, were required, some vehicles already had them. How can you check if your vehicle has ABS? A. Brake the vehicle on a slippery road and see if the wheels lock. B. Look under the vehicle for the ABS test light. C. Look under the vehicle for the EQ and wheel speed sensor wires coming from the back of the brakes. The correct answers here. C. Look under the vehicle for the EQ and wheel speed sensor wires coming from the back of the brakes. Explanation. You can tell if your vehicle has ABS by looking under the vehicle for the electronic control unit, EQ, and wheel speed sensor wires leading from the back of the brakes. Question number 33. The hand valve should be used. A. Only when the trailer is fully loaded. B. Only with the foot brake. C. To test the trailer brakes. The correct answers here. C. To test the trailer brakes. Explanation. The trailer hand valve, also known as a trolley valve or Johnson bar, controls only the trailer brakes, not the tractor brakes. You can use it to test the trailer brakes. Don't use it while you're driving, though. If you apply it while you're driving, you'll brake the trailers but not the tractor, which can cause a skid. Instead, use the foot brake, which sends air to the tractor brakes as well as the trailer brakes. Question number 34. Air and electrical lines from the tractor to the trailer should be A. Resting on the frame of the tractor. B. Pulled tight with very little slack. C. Secured but with enough slack for turns. The correct answers here. C. Secured but with enough slack for turns. Explanation. During your walk-around inspection, make sure that the electrical and air lines are secure but have enough slack to stay attached and secure even when the vehicle is turning. Question number 35. During uncoupling, you should disconnect the electrical cable and A. Hang it with the plug down. B. Hang it with the plug up. C. Coil it to keep it out of the way. The correct answers here. A. Hang it with the plug down. Explanation. After you disconnect the electrical cable, Hang it with the plug down to keep moisture or rain from getting into it. Question number 36. Which of the following is the best action you could take when the parking brakes don't release? A. Change the service and emergency airline connections because they're broken. B. Report it to a supervisor at your earliest convenience. C. Don't use the spring brakes for any reason. D. Check the airline connections. The correct answer is here. D. Check the airline connections. Explanation. Sometimes, the service and emergency airlines can be switched up, so you need to check the airline connections to ensure that the airlines are connected to the right places. If not, then the air used to release the parking spring brakes will not be available.